Alright, this video is dedicated to our first impressions of Sao Paulo. We've been here about a week, so we think we've developed some insightful opinions on what a tourist might expect as their first impressions. First things first, we are underneath these trees here because it's raining right now. And this is one of our first impressions always of being in the tropics, is you get these rainstorms, could be 6 minutes, could be 6 hours. The good news is it's not cold.
Right.
So you will get wet, but you won't be shivering. It seems like every day there's a little bit of rain.
That's true.
And after the rain ends, blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. And you'll see this graffiti behind me. We are in a place right now called Beco de Batman, which means Batman Alley. It's a place known for its graffiti on all of the walls. So there is a big graffiti of the Batman himself, but it doesn't even stand out in the neighborhood because literally every wall is full of really top-notch graffiti, and there seems to be a universal understanding on graffiti. Every country we've been to, it's always sort of psychedelic and trippy and sort of indicative of the counter culture.
Right.
And this is one of our first impressions of Sao Paulo. It seems like the counter culture is very strong in Brazil. So certainly graffiti, really nice top-notch graffiti. Obviously this alley is all graffiti, but even throughout Sao Paulo, there's some really nice street art as well as tattoos. It is my belief that Brazil is the most tattooed country on earth. I'm not sure if that's a fact. Maybe I'll Google it and see. But based on our impressions here, everyone's got really beautiful, visible tattoos, and even skateboarding, which I would put in the counterculture.
Right.
We were watching Olympics in Tokyo, on TV, I should say, and we noticed that Japan and Brazil were the top two skateboarding countries.
That's true.
Because skateboarding is now in the Olympics. I will say in Japan, they're probably practicing in world-class facilities, heating, air conditioning, shoulder pads, knee pads. In Brazil, they're in the streets. Some of these kids are like 13 years old and they're jumping down staircases. They got ripped pants and scrapes, and it looks really cool and very homegrown phenomenon, similar to the football in Brazil. They're playing in the streets with pop cans that are crushed or whatever, and they have the best team in the world, national team. So these have been some of our first impressions on our first week here. Now, we like to do this in our videos. We like to do an expectations versus reality. So for the next section, let's ask Ivana maybe, and ask both of us, what did we think of Brazil before we got here? Because it really matters as a tourist what's in your head before you go to a country.
Right.
Sometimes our preconceived notions are quite right and they're confirmed when we arrive, and sometimes they're quite wrong. So for the next section, let's talk about what we thought of Brazil before we landed. Let's go. And just like that, it has stopped raining.
Yay!
If you don't like the weather, wait 6 minutes. Okay, Ivana, your go first. What did you think of Brazil before arriving here?
Honestly, party, carnival
Fair.
is number one.
Fair.
And then the opposite of that is the danger that comes with it, because movies like Fast and the Furious, where they go through the favelas of Brazil, gangster everywhere, so that was kind of like planted in my head.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My impressions of Brazil before I got here, one was the greatest football team in the world.
Football, that's
I knew
right.
football, I knew carnival, and honestly, I didn't know much about the danger or the perceived danger, but when we started telling people we were going to Brazil, everyone was saying, watch out.
Yeah.
You've got to be very, very diligent. And so it was funny that on our first day in Brazil, you might have seen the vlog, we were in the center of Sao Paulo and we were super nervous. There is a big homelessness issue in the center, and we were very nervous to use the camera. And I was actually thinking maybe we cannot stay here for 90 days. It was just kind of tiresome and nerve-wracking, being constantly aware of maybe you're going to get camera snatched or maybe you're going to get robbed. And so since the first day, the next 6 days have all been super great and safe. And honestly, one of my biggest first impressions is we can handle this. We should be here for 90 days. This is going to be a great experience. We've been to a football match, which was totally safe. We left the football match and the sun was down. It was dark outside. There were police all around. It was totally safe. We've been to something called Pedestrian Sunday on Paulista Avenue, which was an epic street party. I think it was a little taste of Carnival, but emphasis on little. It was just a small version of what Carnival might be like.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait till the carnival.
Yes, and even more than Brazil or Sao Paulo being safe, I would say that people are super friendly.
Yes.
So it's more than safe, they're quite warm. They sort of love the camera.
It's in
if
their
you're making
culture.
a video,
Like,
Yeah, hey, come
They
here, dance for you. Yeah. So, a bit of an expectations versus reality. I was concerned
Yeah.
it might not be so safe or might be afraid to use the camera, but quite the opposite. Easy to use the camera, and people love to see it. They'll dance for
Yeah.
you and they'll entertain you.
I'm loving the energy in Brazil. We're in Sao Paulo right now. It is the mega city, is this metropolis city. It's a concrete jungle
Yep.
where I think it's the financial hub of the country, I
Yeah,
think.
economic capital.
Economic capital. And we haven't even gone to Rio yet, where the party will be even bigger.
Right. We've been
You know?
impressed with the parties already, and we're not even in Rio.
Yeah, I mean, I love the culture here. People are just so lively, you know, like the energy is like, woo! Woo!
Yes, there is an energy. There is an open sort of positive vibe to the people.
Yes,
so
positive
that was a bit of
vibes.
an expectation versus reality. We were nervous it would be dangerous, and it turns out it's not only safe, it's really awesome. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for 90 days of vlogging. Because
yeah.
we have 90 days visa free, we will stay the whole time.
Yes.
Super excited for this. And with that, let's go maybe find some snacks or some beer. I did see a sign that said something very interesting, but maybe I won't try it. It looks a little bit strong for me.
What is it?
It said weed beer. I said
Is
very.
it legal here?
I'm not sure what that means, but interesting sign.
It's legal in Canada, but I think it's not
I think
here.
it's not legal here. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's go find some lunch.
Okay.
Oh, check it out, guys. We were just walking along and we see this piece of street art here where the guy is still doing it. So this is how they do it. First they do it sort of rough with a brush, and then I guess he'll go back and do all the details. So it's gonna be cards, city, some sort of lava lamp. So nice. And you can see him using a roller. And good job. Good job. And then he'll go back and do the details. Bravo. Bon, thank you. Other side. Okay, thank you. Super nice guy. Says check the other side. I think the other side may be finished. He said go around and there's more. Oh, so nice.
Upside down.
Oh, this is like
Like a maze, upside down.
like a trippy sort of psychedelic maze where the staircases are going
That's the artist name.
sort of sideways. Shout out to Tariq Klein. Wow, good stuff. Okay, let's eat. Just like that, torrential downpour.
Oh gosh.
I swear there wasn't even a cloud in the sky, and now it's pouring rain.
Yeah, I need to
So-
go home first, and then we'll go get something to eat.
Let's go change, and then we'll go for lunch.
Yeah.
100% soaked. I think my underpants are wet. All right, time for lunch. So on the way in, we got one of these, which is like our electronic receipt. To leave the restaurant, there's literally a gate, and you have to scan this, beep, and it'll make sure it's been paid. So first you pay, and then you scan it on your way out. I guess it's a good way to make sure and keep track of who's paid for what and who ordered what. This is pretty common in Sao Paulo. The other type of restaurant we go to a lot is the self-service restaurant, which for us we would call buffet.
Right.
We do this a lot. Sometimes you actually weigh the plate, which is pretty exciting, and they call it by kilogram.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's flat rate. One restaurant we love is 19 real per plate. So we stack up a huge plate with everything on it: lasagna, pasta, salad, rice, beans, chicken, beef, pork, fish, soup, you name it, a huge thing,
Oh,
and
gosh.
it's 19 real.
How are we gonna get our bikini body, Steve?
Yeah, the bikini body has been failure to launch the bikini body here in Sao Paulo. But hopefully in 2 weeks when we go to Rio, we can be
Yeah.
good looking for that. And if you look, blue skies out there. Literally less than an hour ago was like a biblical rainstorm, and now it's sunny again.
Right.
This is sort of the nature of it. So we've learned on the way into the restaurant, we say hola for hello, or you can say oi for hi,
Right.
which is very convenient. And it took me 5 days to realize obrigado is thank you if you're a man.
Yes.
And obrigada is thank you if you are a woman. I thought it was obrigado was if you were thanking a man.
No.
So every time I said thank you to a woman, I would say obrigada. and they would look at me like, "What's the matter with you?" And I thought I was doing it well. I thought, "You're a woman, I'm saying obrigada." Anyway, we learned that. In terms of traditional food, we still need to try some more of it. We will make some entire videos on traditional food. Bacalhau is a cod dish. Feijoada is the national dish of Brazil. We'll make a whole video on this. But we have seen the day-to-day eating styles. It seems like most Brazilians put everything on their plate, especially in the self-service restaurants.
Yeah.
It's like, all different type of food, all on one plate, and big meals. And it's really been good food, actually. Homemade, fresh food we've tasted.
That's true.
So we've also noticed something called tapioca on the menu, which is, to us, the balls that are in
Bubble tea.
bubble tea.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But here in Brazil, tapioca looks like some sort of pancake or omelet or crepe or something.
Yeah, we'll try it one
So
day.
we'll try that coming soon. And we've really fallen in love with suco de açaí, which is açaí juice.
Oh, so good.
So fresh and so delicious. Obviously, there are tons and tons of fruits to try here in Brazil. We will slowly work our way through them. My stomach is very sensitive to new fruits.
Yeah, hey, we've been okay so far in Brazil.
So far, so good. We've been pretty safe with the eating.
Yeah.
We did make the mistake one time of trying all different new fruits all in one day, and it was
That's
like a
true.
total disaster. So we will slowly knock off new fruits
Yeah.
here in
Oh.
Brazil.
There you go. What is
Thank you.
this?
Comes with bread and butter. Thank you. Obrigado.
Complimentary.
Also,
I guess.
if you want to sound like a local, you don't say obrigado, you say obrigado. They seem to
Obrigado.
drop the first O.
See.
We've learned that as well.
See.
So with
Am I
that,
saying it right now?
C. It's also,
C.
it's not C like Spanish. It's S-I-M. The M is what's called a nasal vowel. So you got to put a little bit of in your nose.
Yeah.
So it's sing.
Yeah,
Sing.
yeah.
Sing.
Right.
Almost like no in French is no. That
Right.
same sort of noise at the end. So we're slowly learning more and more ways to get around. Should be lots to do. Please help us if you know what we should get up to if you're Brazilian or if you traveled here before. We've got 90 days, or I should say 83 days left. We will be looking for things to do.
Oh my gosh, there are so many things to do that I get overwhelmed, I think.
Should
So
be-
I need you guys to help
us organize our thoughts.
Yeah.
It should be an easy place to make some content and make some vlogs because
Yeah.
it's a rich culture. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. We've noticed in the streets, people are very revealing with the way they dress.
Oh yeah, fair. The woman likes tight clothes.
The women like tight clothes and skin showing. Maybe there's not actually more tattoos here. Maybe there's just more skin showing, so I'm seeing more tattoos because it's very revealing.
Yes, that's a good point, Steve.
We've also noticed that if the red man on the side of the road says "Do not walk" on the crosswalk, you just walk right out there.
Yeah, no one
Which is-
follows.
Which is very interesting because not a lot of people walk across the road in the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
The people are willing to take the time to go to the crosswalk, but then not willing to take the time to wait for the crosswalk to change. This seems to be the style. So we've been doing our best to
Yeah.
walk on the red man to so fit in
Right.
like locals.
That's
Also,
true.
this is the key point we've noticed. Ivana looks more like a local than me because there's a
Yeah.
huge Japanese community, big Chinese community. So in our first vlog, I mentioned that I feel like I might be a kind of local looking. And our
Yeah.
Brazilian friend said, honestly, I think Ivana looks more local than you.
That's interesting,
Which is
right?
very interesting in South America that Ivana
Who would
looks
have
more
thought?
local than me. That's a very interesting discovery.
I look Brazilian. Wow.
Yeah, Brazil's surprisingly diverse.
Yeah. So maybe tomorrow we'll go to Japantown. to
Next
explore,
vlog
yeah.
will be Japanese community,
Yeah.
which is really interesting to think the biggest Japanese community outside of Japan
And also that's
is here
why.
in Brazil.
That's why in Sao Paulo especially, because there are many people from different backgrounds. There are international food choices
Yeah.
everywhere you go. So Chinese, Japanese, sushi is very popular
Sushi
here.
is popular, yeah,
burger,
yeah.
Italian food, whatever you name it.
Whatever
It's
you
available
want.
here.
So from our first video we made until now, it's been a bit of a learning process. We started off a little bit nervous. Obviously before we came, we were like super nervous. Everyone's saying, you're gonna watch Joe, you're gonna get camera snatched. But I think it should be, overall, first impressions of Sao Paulo, we should be clear, 2 thumbs up from me.
I love it.
Super
Plus,
excited.
I'm a city girl. It's a big city. I love the city.
You like the city.
I love the city.
Brazil should be a...
Although I'm looking forward to the beaches because there is no beach or no beaches in Sao Paulo.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got a big city, we'll do the beach, we'll do the mountains, we'll do the forest, we'll do the small towns. Should be a rich
Yeah.
travel experience.
Here's our
Here comes
acai.
our açaí. Suco de açaí. Obrigado. which is really, really nice and really, really fresh. And with that, guys, we will
We'll wait for our food to come.
wait for our food to come.
I'm hungry actually. We've been walking all day. Also part of our losing weight goal, but we don't know if it's gonna work. Anyway.
Let's eat.
Wow. The food looks amazing.
It looks so good, right?
Looks so good. Oh my god. Yours look even better than me. I usually order better, but this time you ordered better than me.
I kind of got lucky, didn't I?
I got the beef roll. Oh, there's something inside.
Oh, stuffed beef roll.
With like carrot and cabbage or something. Wow.
Actually, yours looks really good too, Ivana.
Wanna do half-half?
Can.
Can. With
Mm.
mashed potatoes and rice? Interesting. I've never eaten them together.
Mashed potatoes beside rice. Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Usually one or the other. Good point. Oh, spicy. Obrigado. Some sambal or something.
So.
Salsa.
Oh, it's very good, Steve.
There you have it, guys.
Real nice. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna gain weight here for sure. Loving it. Rice on everything. Even with mashed potatoes.
Even with mashed potatoes.
By the way, suco de acai tastes like chocolate blueberry to me.
Chocolate and blueberry. Ivana and I were struggling to describe the flavor of acai. It sort of tastes like a chocolate blueberry. It's a pretty good description.
Right?
It's pretty good description.
I'm gonna put this on my. It's from what I've experienced, very spicy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of hot sauce this is.
It's powerful though.
Very. Just one drop is enough.
One drop is enough.
Normally, you know me, I'm Indonesian. And Indonesian eats sambal, which is like this chili paste, really spicy, but this one tops it, I think.
It tops it, isn't it? It's true, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like super spicy. Let's try. Some chili.
If you can't handle it, then I can definitely not handle it.
Spicy.
Super
But
spicy,
it's
right?
so good.
It seems like all the hot weather countries eat spicy food.
Yeah. To help you digest, I guess. When sweat.
Doesn't spicy food make you hot though? You think you would eat it in the snow? Maybe not because it makes you sweat. So if it's hot outside, you eat spicy
Yeah,
food, you
you
sweat,
need
and
to
it
sweat.
cools you off.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it is.
You're smart, Steve.
Stumbled into that one.
Can I try you?
Go ahead, Ivana.
Yours looks very good. Yours is like
Mine
real, which is like
smells really good too.
ooh, with some kind of
I think it's pork, no?
yeah pork. I think
Ham.
so.
Eat
That's
it,
looks
eat
good.
it, eat it. There you have it, guys. Oh, one more thing Ivana noticed. Most of the restaurants we go to, the cashier sells candy. That's a very funny thing that we noticed.
5 stars.
5 stars. Be honest.
Amazing.
Okay, I tell you what, Ivana, we'll do half-half. We can share. And this meal here, 34 will be about 85 real or so, maybe 90.
What restaurant are
For
we?
lunch and
Bologna.
Bologna restaurant.
Very good.
All right, there you have it, guys. This is our first impressions of Sao Paulo. Many
Oh my
more
gosh. I
vlogs
thought
to
it's
come.
cherry. I'm like, who puts cherry on top of it?
No, that's a chili. That's gonna be spicy too, babe.
Yeah, look at this. I just remember. I thought it was cherry.
Who put the cherry on top? It's so hot. Don't do it.
I don't know if you can see it inside.
All right, guys. There you have it. 4
Okay.
vlogs a week for the next 3 months.
Yes.
Lots of vlogs coming from Brazil. Subscribe for more
yeah, we
good
cannot-
stuff.
We cannot wait to explore more of Brazil. Guys, let us know if you guys have any recommendations for us. We love you. Subscribe, please.
Bye.
Love